back to my channel. If you've seen my other video, then you know I am pregnant. And this, as you can tell by the title, is my 20-week update. I haven't actually filmed any updates prior to that because my first trimester and part of my second trimester were completely horrible, to say the least. And I have a cold now, so I was gonna continue to put off the videos, but I'm like, just sit down and do it now while we're feeling okay. So this is going to be an update through my first 20 weeks of pregnancy, telling you everything that I experienced in my first trimester and where I'm at now at 20 weeks. So to put it in perspective, I do have one child, though he is almost 10 years old. So it's been a decade since I've been pregnant and had a child. I was also 17 when I had my first son, and I am now 27. So my whole body makeup is completely different. The way my body metabolism and hormones and everything like that is completely different now. So I honestly feel like I've been pregnant for the first time. Though keep in mind, every pregnancy, at least this is what they say, every pregnancy for women is different. Even if you've had them back to back, your pregnancies can be completely different. So this is just my experience, and I think mine has been so different because I am much older, different hormones, things like that. I am 20 weeks. We found out we were pregnant on June 20. Well, we didn't find out on June 25th. I think we found out around July 13th-ish, somewhere around there. I have a picture of it somewhere, so I know the date for sure, but somewhere around there. My last period was June 25th, so they base your weeks and how far you are in your pregnancy based on that. We were trying, so I actually had an IUD, and I had an IUD for, I had two back-to-back, so I had an IUD for 8 years. I got mine taken out April 5th, and we were actively trying since then. And so it happened and I got a period within a month of taking my IUD out. So I had like I had three regular periods before I got pregnant. Which is pretty fast, especially because I had an IUD for so long. In the moment when you're trying, it honestly feels like it took forever to get pregnant. But I know there are so many women out there, my sister included, took 6 months, but there's people out there who take years, or they need assistance with it. So we got very lucky and we got pregnant within the first 3 months of trying. So when we found out, I had this big old plan. Like, I literally, before I even got pregnant, I bought all this stuff on Amazon to make this cute, like, dad's, like, toolbox basket, because my fiance, he works in, like, maintenance and construction. I don't know what you want to call it. There's a word for it. I don't know. Pregnancy brain, I don't know the word. But anyways, he works with tools, so I was gonna get him this toolbox full of all this baby stuff, which I did get, and the whole plan was to, like, surprise him come home to it one day and be like, I'm pregnant. But that's not how we found out. We were so eager to get pregnant that as soon as I started testing, we were together when we found out. So no, I didn't film it or anything. Maybe I should have, but my mom captured a picture and we were super excited about it. We immediately called, well, my mom lives with us, so we told my mom, and of course we told our kids. Well, because my son is 10, so he's almost 10, so he understands everything. So we told him, and we told my mother-in-law, who I just called mom, and I called my two best friends. And then little did I know, my fiance was telling everybody. So pretty much everyone knew right away, even though I would have preferred to have kept it to just us for the first like 13 weeks. But luckily nothing bad happened and we made it through the first trimester. We have a healthy baby. So it's fine. It all worked out. So I had that cute plan set up for him. I realize we're not even to the pregnancy part, so this might be a long video, so bear with me. I hope you guys enjoy these videos. The future updates won't be as long, but we've got 20 weeks to cover here. So we told everybody, we did end up making like an official video, which is what you saw on YouTube as the pregnancy announcement. I did post that to Facebook for my friends and family who did not know yet. And that was really cute. My friend helped me film it, and we were laughing the whole time because we couldn't take ourselves seriously. So that was good. So let's talk about like the actual pregnancy itself. I started, before I knew I was pregnant, I've never had heartburn in my life, even with my first pregnancy. So I think I was like probably only like 4 weeks pregnant. I didn't know yet, but every time I would eat, and at first I just thought it was like spicy because I had like a Jack in the Box taco, and those are a little spicy to me. So my throat started burning, and I was like, this is weird. Is it like super spicy or something? But turns out it was anything I would eat, even like sweet stuff. So it was heartburn. I was talking to Ryan, my fiance. I don't even know if I've said his name on the channel yet. I don't think I introduced his name, but his name's Ryan. So if I say Ryan, that's who I'm talking about. I was like, babe, my throat burns every time I eat something. He's like, that's heartburn. I'm like, oh, that's what it is? Because I never had it before. That didn't last very long. It did end up going away after a few weeks, which was great. But I did start getting very nauseous around, I think I was about 5.5 weeks when I started getting a little nauseous, and it got progressively worse through the weeks. I was vomiting pretty much every morning. I was also nauseous all day, so I would usually vomit after any meal that I would eat. My doctor tried to put me on 4 different medications, and they weren't helping with the nausea. So I definitely had severe nausea and vomiting for 18 weeks. Did not stop right at the 12-week mark. It finally stopped around 18 weeks. So that was just one of my symptoms. But I also had every other symptom in the book that you could imagine, which I'm using my phone to record this, but I do have like a list of symptoms. So we had nausea, vomiting, heartburn, like indigestion, like the constant, which might be classified in heartburn, I'm not sure. Like the constant feeling where I wasn't sure if I had to vomit or if I just really needed to burp. So I would have to like sit up in bed and just like rock myself because I felt so uncomfortable. And I wasn't sure if what came up was going to be vomit or just a burp. So I had that. A lot of times it was just a burp. Sometimes it was vomit. You just didn't really know. So we had indigestion. I had chronic like dizziness and lightheadedness. So I'd be like at work getting dizzy and lightheaded, along with fatigue, which is a very normal symptom, along with the nausea, which my doctor called it like the trifecta. And they were kind of all being caused by one another, like the nausea and vomiting are causing the dizziness and lightheadedness and stuff like that. So, and I was drinking plenty of water, so I wasn't dehydrated. It's just what was happening. In fact, water was the only thing that I could keep down most of the time. There was some days where I couldn't even keep water down, but most of the time it was only water that I could drink or eat and keep down. So I was definitely hydrated. I also have metal mouth, which I still have this symptom. It's not as bad, but I still have it, and it's very annoying. So there's like a medical term for it. If you Google metal mouth during pregnancy, they call it like dyslodgia or something. I can't pronounce the word, but I call it metal mouth. Basically, anytime I eat food, specifically sugary food, and also things like tortilla chips or tacos, like the taco shells, something about that as well. It's very weird. My mouth tastes like I swallowed pennies, and it does not go away, like no matter how much water I drink. So it was just not fun. It kind of ruined a lot of food for me. I had a lot of food aversions. Probably that didn't help very much. I don't know what other symptoms. Oh, my lower back started hurting at like 5 weeks. Like the baby's like not even the size of a pea, and my back was already hurting. Whereas with my son, I didn't actually start hurting until like 8 months pregnant. So that was very different for me. I also started getting a sciatic nerve on both sides around the 5-week mark as well. And I still have that. I still have chronic backaches. Poor Ryan has to give me a massage like every day. So that's fun. Those are the symptoms I can think of right now. But I had basically any symptom you can imagine. That's what I had for the first 18 weeks. Around week 14, I started getting chronic headaches, which I've suffered with chronic migraines my entire life. But about 3 years ago, I got them under control and was only having them about twice, chronic headaches and migraines. And I was only having them about 2 times a week. But in pregnancy, headaches are a common symptom and they do happen. And unfortunately, it made it so I was having chronic headaches and migraines every day. I was missing at least 1 day of work every week from it. Not to mention, I had already been missing so much work from being so sick. So I went and saw my doctor, referred me to a neurologist, and there's nothing safe to do for a baby. Like there's nothing you can take that's safe for the baby or 100% safe, except for vitamin B2, which is what I took 3 years ago to regulate my headaches. And so far, I've only been on it a couple weeks, but so far it's working. And for a lot of people, it can take like at least a month to be effective, but I'm hoping because maybe I was on it before that it is helping. So it's already helping. I take 400 milligrams. Do not just start taking this yourself. Like even though it's a vitamin, go talk to your doctor and see if it's right for you if you do suffer from migraines. So I take 400 milligrams every morning for my migraines, and they seem to be under control. So aside from that, what else is there? Don't know. You guys should leave questions and comments down below, or you can reach me on Twitter. I'm at Truly Taylor with 2 R's, I believe. You can also reach me on Instagram, or on the comment section of this video, and ask me questions that you're interested in knowing about, things that I've experienced. I don't want to share like all the TMI details unless you guys want them. So if you have questions that are a little TMI, feel free to ask them and I will answer them. I just don't want to gross people out if I don't need to, you know? Let's see, what else? Oh, we had our 8-week ultrasound and the baby was sleeping. We have a strong heartbeat. I don't want to say her because I don't know yet. We've actually find out tomorrow. So today is Sunday and we find out on Monday, but I have a feeling it's a girl, so I'm just gonna throw that out there. So I always refer to her as a her. We'll find out tomorrow if it's a he. But anyways, don't get confused. We don't know yet until tomorrow, and I will make an announcement video on that as well. So she was sleeping, and at the end of the ultrasound tech went back over so that we could see the baby one more time, and it was awake and it was like flapping its little nubs. It was so cute. It was the cutest little thing. That's what I was gonna say. The heartbeat has been high, so it's been, the first ultrasound it was like 160 something, and then every time we've listened to the heartbeat at my appointments since then, it's been in the 150s. So I believe if you do like the myth thing, I believe anything over 140 is considered a girl and anything below is like a boy. I think that's the myth, I'm not sure. But like I said, we'll find out. Let's see, she is moving, so I started feeling little flutters probably around, I'd say like 11 weeks, like really, really early. Not all the time, like maybe once a week I'd feel like a little flutter, and I knew it wasn't gas or anything like that. It was definitely a different feeling. So I haven't felt movement since then. It has gotten much stronger. So now you can feel it from the outside sometimes, not all the time. I'm 20 weeks, I'll be 21 weeks on Tuesday, so in 2 days. And I feel her move probably 2 to 3 times a day. I'll feel her moving around in there. Sometimes like the movement, it's like she's a roly-poly-oly in there. And like I can feel all my organs shifting as she's moving. It's a very weird feeling. And then she'll give like a nice swift punch or a kick after she's done moving. So it's cute. I love feeling it. Ryan's felt it a couple times, but like I said, you can't feel it every time. So she's getting stronger though and bigger, obviously. So as the days keep going, the kicks and movement get much stronger and they're easier to feel from the outside. So weight, if you're curious about weight, I'm 27 years old. When I got pregnant, I was 145 pounds. And at my last OB appointment, which was at 16, I was almost 17 weeks pregnant, I was 161 pounds. So I think I gained 6 pounds. But then I went to my neurologist appointment 2 weeks ago and I was down to 146. So they do use, so at my OB, like you sit on the bed and it raises up and then it weighs you. Whereas at my neurologist, I stepped on a scale and it was like a digital scale and it told them the weight. So I don't know if that factors into it, but at my digital scale at home, I was also weighing about 146. So I think I've gone down a few pounds, but hopefully I've brought it back up this next appointment that I have tomorrow. Not too worried about it. Baby's growing, everything's fine. I'm definitely getting bigger, so I'm not worried about that. If my doctor's worried about it, I'm sure they'll say something. But because I had morning sickness so long through about 18 weeks, I think it's pretty normal for your weight to fluctuate and go up and down during those weeks. Now, what else is there that I wanted to talk about? I will show you my belly. I'll give you a little belly shot at the end of the video. But there was something else I wanted to say and I forgot. Oh. So, boobs are already like a good cup size bigger than they were. They are, this might be the TMI information, but they are already like leaking from time to time. Not a lot. I just, like it'll feel like wet for a second and I'm like, what the heck? And it's my boobs leaking. So that's just like the colostrum. It's very normal. So that's happening. They don't hurt as much, but they are very still like sensitive around the nipple area. So that's a thing. What other symptoms do you get? Oh, I guess I don't have it anymore, but in the first few weeks, one of my symptoms was constipation as well. Lovely symptom, I know. I'm trying to just think of everything I've experienced so far in the 20 weeks, and I feel like I'm forgetting everything. So make sure you ask questions down below because I'm forgetting stuff. That's all I can really think of for the first 20 weeks. We are finding out the gender, like I said, we are finding out tomorrow. So my next video will probably be me talking about the gender. Filling you guys in on what that is. I don't know if I'm gonna do like a video or like a cute announcement. Probably just a video, knowing me. We are not having a gender reveal party. My mom, both my moms and my son and Ryan are all going to the ultrasound. So we're all gonna know at that time and it's just gonna get out there really fast. So we're not gonna do a gender reveal this time. Maybe if we have another child, we'll do something like that. But we're very eager to find out what this baby is. So we're excited for that. Yeah, I'm not sure what else. But let me know what other videos you'd like to see. If you want to see like what's in my hospital bag, what's me decorating the nursery, which we have not done at all. This is not the nursery, this is our guest bedroom that has absolutely nothing in it. The nursery is the room to the left, and it absolutely has nothing in it either. So I can do a video on that if you want updates or if you have questions, whatever it is, I'm happy to make those videos. I'm very excited about these videos. So yeah, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you all in my next. This is my belly. I am 20 weeks pregnant. It still looks like I ate 5 big old Chipotle burritos, not gonna lie. She is still very low. She's still very much down here. It's where it's like the hardest. You can feel her down here the most. It's usually where she kicks at as well. This is my front view. I just look like I ate a bunch of burritos so far. That's my belly shot. Okay, for real this time, like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.